If we couldn't keep affirmative action, how do you think we're going to get reparations unless we vote and put people on there that understands why we need reparations? Affirmative action is an elementary step toward reparations.
Reverend Al, what are the issues in this moment that Black America should be focused in on?
We must be focused in on voting. When we look at what happened with the Supreme Court, all of the blacks that said there was nothing to vote for put those 3 members of the court that killed affirmative action and that stopped student loan debt, you put them on the court because you helped elect Donald Trump, who put them on the court. All of us that are talking about we want reparations, if we couldn't keep affirmative action, how do you think we're going to get reparations unless we vote and put people on there that understands why we need reparations? Affirmative action is an elementary step toward reparations. So we need to stop playing with our people's emotions and deal with real hard work. We need to protect the vote. We need to go out there in the name of what they just did to affirmative action and student debt forgiveness and really put people in power that are accountable to us. Lastly, the dangerous vote was this vote about LGBTQ where they said that you can now choose who you're going to do business with. They were not even plaintiffs. The plaintiff they named said, I never asked to do something with these people. So if they're using non-injured plaintiffs, that means anybody can jump up and say, I don't want blacks in my store. I don't want blacks I don't want to have to do contracts with blacks. What they did with affirmative action and that can put black businesses out of business because they can say it's unconstitutional, just like now the court has ruled in schools. That means we don't have to deal with black or diversity and corporate spending and all of that. We've got to fight back. We've got to understand they've declared war.
In August, you're going to have the commemoration of the 60th anniversary of the March on Washington. Reverend Al, in this moment, there's a serious rollback. I mean, just before the March on Washington, you know, we were fighting, and then in 64, 65, Civil Rights Act, Voting Rights Act. Now we are losing freedoms. What is this moment?
The moment is a challenge. Are we going to stand up and do something in this moment? In 63, in June of 63, Medgar was killed. In August, 250,000 people showed up in Washington that led to the 64 Civil Rights Act, 65 Voting Rights Act. In June of this year, 60 years later, affirmative action was killed. Are we going to show up and are we going to tell them that we are the children of those that backed you out of Jim Crow and we're not going to let you bring us back?